All right, let's talk VA loan limits. If you've ever found yourself scratching your head trying to figure out what the rules actually are, you are not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that confusion. We'll give you the exact numbers, the simple math, and the tools you need to know your real home buying power. Ready? Let's get into it.
So let's just start with the biggest question on everybody's mind, because honestly, for a lot of you, the answer is going to be a very, very pleasant surprise.
Okay, so here's the deal. The myth, what everyone thinks they know, is that there's this one single hard cap on how much you can borrow, a line in the sand. But that's just not how it works anymore. The reality, it's way more flexible. And it all hinges on this one little word, your entitlement.
So let's officially put this myth to bed. We're going to stop focusing on some limit that doesn't really exist for most people, and instead look at what truly drives your VA loan.
You know, it really all boils down to this one simple distinction. Do you have full entitlement or partial entitlement? Because which side of that line you're on creates two completely different paths to buying a home.
And check this out. The difference is just night and day. If you're on the left with full entitlement, meaning you've either never used your benefit or you've paid off a past VA loan and got it restored, then good news. There is literally no VA loan limit for you, zero. Your limit is just whatever your lender is willing to approve. But if you're on the right with partial entitlement, that's when this thing called the 25% rule kicks in.
And for anybody with that partial entitlement, this next part is the aha moment. Don't let the word math scare you off. It's super simple. We're going to walk right through it, and once you get it, you're the one in control of the conversation with the lender.
So here's the rule, plain and simple. The VA guarantees a chunk of your loan. With partial entitlement, that guarantee, plus whatever cash you bring for a down payment, just has to add up to 25% of the loan amount. Think of it like a bridge. The VA's guarantee builds like 90% of the bridge for you. Your down payment is just that last little piece you need to connect it to the other side. You're just filling a small gap to get the total coverage up to that 25% mark.
So to do that math, we obviously need a starting number. And for 2025, that baseline number, the one the VA uses as its yardstick, is $806,500. This is the conforming loan limit for most counties across the U.S.
Okay, so what does that mean? Well, if we take 25% of that baseline number, we get $201,625. That number is the absolute maximum amount the VA is ready to guarantee for you in a standard county. That's the VA's part of the bridge we're building.
Okay, this slide lays out the entire roadmap. It looks like a lot, but I promise it's just 4 simple steps. Let's walk through it with a real example, okay? Imagine you want to buy a $900,000 house in a baseline county. Step 1, max guarantee is that $201,625 number we just saw. Step 2, you check your certificate of eligibility, your COE, and it shows you've already used, say, $75,000 of your entitlement. So you just subtract that, and you've got $126,625 left from the VA. Step 3, what do you need for this new loan? You need 25% of the $900,000 loan, which comes out to $225,000. So finally, step 4, you need $225,000 in coverage, but you only have $126,625 available from the VA. The gap is $98,375. And that right there is your down payment. See, it's not some crazy percentage of the home price, it's just the exact amount to fill that gap.
All right, so you get the math now, but where in the world do you find that crucial number for your county? It is way, way easier than you think. Seriously, no guesswork needed. This is it. This is the entire action plan. You go to the official FHFA website, you hit Control F on your keyboard to search, and you type in your county. Boom, you'll have the official exact number you need in seconds. I love this quote from an expert. The latte took longer than the math.
So now you have your numbers. You are ready to talk to a lender. And this changes the entire dynamic. You're not going to be calling and asking them what the numbers are. You are going to be telling them the numbers and asking them to confirm your math. Total confidence boost.
And here it is, a simple but incredibly powerful template. When you send an email that looks like this, you immediately signal that you've done your homework. The conversation completely shifts from you being uncertain to you just needing a quick confirmation. It absolutely puts you in the driver's seat.
So, let's just boil this all down. If you walk away with nothing else, just remember these 3 things. The baseline for most of the U.S. is $806,500. For high-cost areas, that ceiling jumps to over $1.2 million. And 25%.
That's the golden rule for figuring out your down payment if you have partial entitlement. These three numbers are really what matter most for 2025.
And just like that, you're not guessing anymore. You have the official data, you have the simple math, and you've got the tools to lead the conversation with confidence. The only question left is, what's your next move? You've got the power. Now what are you going to do with it?